Hey folks, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Happy New Year to everybody. This is our first one of the year, so hopefully you've enjoyed the rollover. Thank you, Alex. You too. Happy New Year. Who's here with us today? Alex, couple of Alexes, Anthony, Farzan, Nicholas. Nice. Start off their year with some good news around points or travel news, travel stories to share. Are you survivors of New Year travel, or you just haven't taken off yet? You just haven't started off your 2026 travel just yet? Because I'm definitely in that boat. Um, I wasn't, I mean, I was traveling, but not very far. We were doing more of a staycation this year. So didn't really uh, get to be, thankfully, wasn't at an airport or in a flight. But yeah, I have been reading about all of the operational constraints around peak travel, and it's never fun. No matter how smooth things go, given the volume of travel that happens this time around in the year between Christmas and New Year's, or a week after, even up until earlier this week, um, there's always some stories that float around. Farzan saying 81st class bonus came in at the start of the year. Yeah, that's a great story to uh, sort of kick off your year with. Remind me, Farzan, what's the breakdown again? I know it's 165 offer. Remind us of the breakdown. Did you get a whole chunk of it in one go, or did you make all the spend and everything, and the entire haul came through uh, at the start of the year? Or are you just getting the welcome bonus and the spend bonuses will follow in the next few days? Nicholas says, I had to cancel my New Year Eve travel due to a medical issue. Sorry to hear that, Nicholas. To be honest, that might have been for the good anyways. Like if you were away and then your P2 had a medical issue or P2's family had medical issue, just trying to get back would have been even more stressful in my opinion. I think you know, if you had to look at it from a positive lens, glad you just were able to cancel it up front and not have to undertake the journey at all, as opposed to starting off and then interrupting it and trying to swing back quickly during that time would have been way more costlier than just canceling something that you had booked uh, before you headed out, if that makes sense. Farzan says, got 20K on the first purchase, 145 after spending 7,500 over the course of 3 months. That without really trying to do much, uh, I was able to unlock a core gold membership because in the last year, we went to the Fairmont Montebello a couple of times, one for 2 nights, the other for 3 nights, and we had a whole bunch of food and beverage billing attached to both of our stays and things like that. Um, so I knew that between those two, there'd be enough spend in the year. And I'd done something else in Vancouver in a Fairmont through an event and more F&B sort of purchases there. Trying to think what it was. But yeah, I kind of knew that I'd already hit silver, so I knew I was a silver status holder with Accor. But as the year rolled out, my final sort of quote unquote staycation at Fairmont Montebello here, not too far from Ottawa, tipped me over into gold status. So that's again a fun status to have that I wasn't expecting. So between Aeroplan and Accor, my year has started off unexpectedly, started off well with that lens on. Uh, anyone else, has anyone else looked into a core status or what it offers? I'll tell you this, when I hit the silver status, one of the things that I didn't realize, it gives you even the base, and it's not the base is called something, member, and then it's silver, gold, and then a couple more up ahead, diamond and platinum maybe. So gold is definitely there, closer to their mid-tier status. And silver is the first status up from being a regular member. When I got the gold and I checked into Fairmont Montebello, I was happy to see that there were two welcome drink vouchers on the app. It was really nicely done. The app had the QR codes in there as the voucher, and when I checked in, I was basically told that I could just go up to the bar, show them the voucher. They would redeem the voucher at the bar. and it was nice. It was just a small little perk for being a silver member, and I think it was late checkout, 2 p.m. checkout, and the two drinks. That's the best, I think. That was part of the silver, and then gold gives you early check-in, early checkout, sweet, upgrade upon availability, and things like that. So I'm looking forward to maybe one or two more stays I might do in 2026, perhaps, but not necessarily vying to maintain my gold status, recently earned gold status with Accor. But it'll be nice to see what else is available. This is what status does, even though I did not have plans to be gold, but now that I am now, a gold member, I'm like, oh, when I do my hotel searches, I'm like, oh, let's see what Accor has. What kind of rates and benefits can I get? So it'll be nice to see how it plays between being a Bonvoy Platinum member and an Accor Gold member. And I have a feeling that the Accor Gold globally might be a little more um, giving than Bonvoy Platinum. But we'll have to see. I mean, Asia tends to be generous regardless, but I think the true test of it would be here in North America and perhaps Europe. Should we anything that's come across your sort of reading, across what you've seen, what would you peg as, oh, this was the best travel news that I came across? Because I definitely have one that I'll start off with. I noted it down, and I think it's huge for Canadians. While you think of it, and perhaps put something down as one of your favorite travel items or points items so far, because we are 8 days into January. My favorite, I think this is a big one, and people that may not realize it now, perhaps over 2026, try out a few of these and see how you feel. Was Mamex, Amex membership rewards transfer ratio for Air France KLM Flying Blue program changed from 1 is to 0.75 to 1 is to 1. So that is significant. Yeah, there we go. Anthony already guessed it in the chat. KLM Flying Blue 1 to 1. Yeah, that's exactly it. So Amex Membership Rewards Canada now transfers 1 to 1 to Flying Blue program, which is fantastic because it brings parity to Aeroplan being 1 to 1, Flying Blue being 1 to 1, and British Airways Avios being 1 to 1. And now suddenly the reason that changes the game, at least for me, is because now you have a level playing field for all three alliances. So Star Alliance being Aeroplan, uh, Flying Blue being SkyTeam, and Avios, of course, being One World. So now you could literally use your Amex membership reward, or in fact, if you had to plan a trip and you were hosting most of your points in the membership rewards ecosystem, now you can go do a search on Aeroplan, do a search on Flying Blue, and do a search on Avios and see which one best fits your plan before you were able to before you transfer out or before you start really planning out your travels. Earlier, despite my best attempt to rationalize things, just because it wasn't one to one, in my mind, I would only ever use my Amex MR to convert to either Aeroplan or British Airways Avios and then onwards to Qatar or wherever else and do what I needed to do. But now with Flying Blue in the mix, it is a solid program, particularly because redeeming for within North America is very strong with Flying Blue. If you haven't looked at the rates, and again, it's dynamic, yes, but oftentimes you'll find really good rates to redeem on Delta, to redeem on WestJet. So if you were flying domestically, even here within Canada or within North America, now you can actively use Flying Blue transfer one to one from your Amex MR to then redeem into Delta or WestJet using your Flying Blue points, Flying Blue miles, which is great. And guess what was the first thing I did? And I've mentioned this before that I used to subscribe to um, like I had this purchase mile subscription through Flying Blue, and what I would do was for every time I hit a particular number that I had in mind based on certain redemptions, I would pause that subscription and continue. So my paused subscription uh, has now been canceled. It was paused for a while for the last couple of months because I had enough points in my account for any other redemptions I was looking at over the next few months. So I paused it. But then as soon as this one-to-one thing came through, I I canceled it. I went in and canceled it because now it's just so much easier to earn. Oops, give me a second. So much easier to earn um, FlyingBlue points now that it is one-to-one with Amex MR. And I mentioned this in a post I wrote as well, that it's funny how Cobalt, the Amex Cobalt card has become the quasi go-to card for most airlines without being partial to one or the other, right? Like if you think about the 5x earn possibility on that card now transferring one-to-one to Aeroplan or to Flying Blue or to Avios, that really is a strong, strong proposition for a card that earns on daily uh, activities like eating out or going groceries or things like that. Subscription services. Is subscription services 2x or 3x? Well, regardless, like super strong, like Cobalt even continues to become B card for Canada, just simply because it has that 5x earn rate, which now transfers over to three alliances one-to-one. Fantastic. The other piece, oh, thank you, Heather. Hey, Heather. Heather's here sharing links. Uh, the other set of cards that really caught my attention was, of course, Scotiabank cards. They had new offers as soon as I think 2nd of January. They rolled out the offers, and for the first time, the ultra premium Passport Visa Infinite Privilege card is now 100,000 bonus scene plus points, and you have that available until April 30th. And of course, the usual bit, there is going to be welcome bonus component, and then you'll have to, there's a spend component as well, and then an anniversary bonus or a retention bonus, which we are seeing more and more cards adopt. And I've kind of mentioned, we've discussed this in this forum, and that I think that is the future. This three-tiered bonus system is now going to become more and more common, where there will be bigger offers, but those big offers will come with a smaller welcome bonus, a giant spend bonus, and then perhaps a smallish amount of retention bonus offer coded into your new acquisition offer. So that's really good. But perhaps for most of you, the excitement was around the Passport Visa Infinite card. So the Visa Infinite Privilege VIP card was 100,000. Visa Infinite card is up to 60,000 bonus points, and this is the highest we've ever seen on that card, which is fantastic. So yeah, that bonus promotion now will stay active until July 1st, which is very handy. So we're talking solid 6-7 months of offer that'll remain, or 6 months of offer that'll remain January through to June on that card, on the Passport card. Scotia Platinum Amex card continues to be 80,000 bonus in plus points, and the only card that saw a slight decline in offer or basically got reset because it had enjoyed that additional bonus offer was Scotiabank Gold, which was 50,000 in first year fee waiver. It went down to 45,000 and no longer first year fee waiver. So that is at 45,000 scene plus points until June. So for the next 6 months, your Passport Visa Infinite is up to 60,000 bonus points, and Gold is 45,000 bonus points. Since we are talking about credit card offers, I can't skip on. I don't know if Amex Canada was testing this out through referrals. I noticed a few people wrote in the first couple of days, I think 1st of January, that, hey, they're seeing these elevated bonus offers on their Amex cards through referrals. And then when they shared their links with me, I noticed that the business platinum was, and again, it wasn't one person that was seeing this. So when I connected with a few people, a couple of people initially wrote to me, then I intentionally connected with 4 or 5 other people outside of that group and got everybody's links to compare, and they were happy to share that with me. And I was able to put up a roster. So almost everybody had a card that was showing at least one, if not two, elevated bonus offers on their referrals, on their Amex referrals. So I have a list here that I can just share with you. Business Platinum, for some of them, through a referral link, was showing as much as 150,000 bonus. The regular Platinum or personal Platinum card was showing as much as 140,000 bonus points. The Amex Gold card was up to 90,000. Cobalt 22,000 bonus offer was back for some people. We've seen that 22,000 offer on select card members' accounts. I think it's back now. And Aeroplan Reserve card was 95,000. Regular Aeroplan card was 45,000 points. And uh, Amex Bonvoy was showing up to 70,000. Now, every time I changed, and this is very similar to what US Amex has been doing, depending on the browser you're using, depending on how cookies stick, if you're using incognito or not, sometimes these offers were showing up and the same links on a different browser, they weren't showing up. So I don't know if I caught them in the midst of testing something out in terms of targeted offers, but definitely have more than five different people, five sets of links on different cards showing all of these different elevated bonus offers uh, on the platinum cards, gold card, cobalt, and the co-brand cards, the personal Bonvoy card, and the Aeroplan Reserve card. So check your referrals. This is perhaps a good reminder. Oh, and with that, they all of the people that were seeing these elevated bonuses had also seen some of them were sharing that their bonus referrals were up by 50% as well. So by 50% wasn't the double bonus promo, right? Was up by 50% on some cards, but not consistently. And when I checked all of my own cards, I could see a couple of these elevated bonus offers, but I had no what's it called? No bump to my bonus referrals or referral bonuses that I would get through those links. It was the standard, which was business platinum being say 20,000, platinum card being 15,000, and so on and so forth. So it was interesting that not everybody was seeing this, and every card was slightly different for every member. Every link on a different browser was showing something differently. And for those who know that this is typically what a US uh, Amex team has done as well, which is very targeted offers, both in terms of these welcome bonus offers on certain member accounts and not on the others. So I wonder if that's how Amex Canada is going to be doing their welcome bonus offers going forward, at least on the referrals, that not everybody would get the elevated bonus offers on referrals. But we typically in the past, what has happened is once we start seeing these elevated offers on referrals, within the next 2, 3 weeks, you can expect that public offers to come with these bigger bonuses as well, which are similar to, if not slightly better, not often, but maybe slightly better public offers. So I'm just waiting to see what the next round of public offers from Amex would be. Um, but if that public offer round doesn't come, then it just tells us that going forward, it'll be a very targeted way of promoting some elevated bonuses on some cards through some member accounts. Carol's here. Hey, Carol. Carol says, finally remembered about the new Thursday. Yeah, Carol's confirming that she is seeing elevated bonus offers on gold personal card and personal Bonvoy only. Yeah. Other than the business platinum 150,000 bonus points, all the other bonuses that I was speaking about, I've written about, are all on personal cards only and not on the business cards. So similar to what Carol is sharing, elevated on gold and on personal Bonvoy. Nice. Although I haven't heard from anybody confirming that they're seeing double bonus promotion offers or double referral bonus promotion offer just yet. Because last year in January, they did do the double bonus promo, kind of like they did in October the year before. So October and January were last couple of times. So we saw something in September or October, I think this past year, but nothing in January thus far. So we'll have to wait and see. Carol, for me, it's up only 15K from 10K. Yeah, okay. So Carol is also saying that not only is she seeing elevated welcome bonus offers on her links, she's also seeing a 50% bonus on referral bonuses, a 50% bump on in referral bonuses. So typically what would have been a 10K bonus is now 15K, which is what I'd mentioned that a few readers that had written to me had confirmed that there would be a 50%, they are seeing a 50% increase in their referral bonuses as well. which was less than the typical double up kind of promotion, double up public promotion. But at least folks are seeing a little bit of increase on the thing. Speaking of Amex, perhaps also a good time to remind you that Amex dining credits, if you have the Platinum card, you should have a new set of $200 in dining credits that should have posted. If you had the card earlier and had registered, it's only a one-time registration. So if you go into Amex Offers tab, you should see your $200 dining credit on Personal Platinum reflected. It is definitely showing up on mine. And of course, the other travel credit for $200 on the personal and the business platinum. Travel credits are on card anniversary or member anniversary date, but the dining credits are calendar year. So January 1st, I noticed that my 200 was reflecting in Amex offers on my platinum card, which is fantastic if you're planning a nice dinner out or whatnot, perhaps for Valentine's Day coming through or for other life marquee events. That 200 can go a decent way for your dining credit. Amex membership rewards to Marriott Bonvoy transfer bonus of 30%. That's on right now. 30 for all transfers until the end of this month, so January 31st, 2026. So if you are in need of a Bonvoy, or if you're in need of some more Bonvoy points, either towards a redemption or if you are transferring to other airline partners and you need a little bit more just to get your additional 5K bonus when you transfer from Marriott to other airline. For every 60,000 Bonvoy points you transfer, you get additional 5,000 airline miles as bonus. So if you're close to that and you need a little bit more, then maybe this is a decent way of doing it through the 30% bonus. So during this promotion, typically what would have earned you 1,000 Amex membership reward points would earn you 1,200 Bonvoy points. With the 30% bonus, you're now looking at every 1,000 Amex points will earn you 1,500 something, 1,550 Bonvoy points. But the strongest use of Amex membership rewards, like I mentioned earlier, continues to be airlines, international premium cabins, and such. But there are specific reasons why you would still use this. And if I'm if I'm to believe what I'm told, this 30% Bonvoy transfer is very, very popular amongst the casual users of points and miles, which again is fantastic. It's good to know that folks are engaging in the program for whatever they think is the best value for them. Uh, and if you're not going to be flying international anyways, then may as well transfer it to places where you are able to use some of these points in a more meaningful way. Since we are talking about hotel, let's also talk about Hilton status match. Hilton status match. So yeah, Hilton status match to gold and a possibility to upgrade to diamond is on right now. Emily did a good post on Points, Miles, and Bling earlier today. So if you haven't caught details of that status match, the landing page links and everything else is in there. So go take a look. So basically what it is it'll status match you from most of the big programs like Bonvoy, Accor, or the other Wyndham, blah blah, the other programs as well. So they have a little drop down list, and if you are in a niche program, you have status, you can select other and then mention details of which other program status you have, and they'll take that into consideration. That registration form is basically you asking for the status match. What Hilton, if your application is approved, will do is will status match you for 90 days to gold. So you have that gold for 90 days. And then if you actually stay for 6 nights within that 90-day period, you can keep that match, the gold match, for full years, which is fantastic. Better yet, if you get a status match to gold and stay 12 nights within that 90-day trial period, you can upgrade to diamond. And Diamond Hilton is really, really strong status to keep, and you can keep that status for 2 full years until March 31st, 2028. In fact, it's a little bit more than two years. So if you, just strategically look at wherever you are, if you are able to get some cheap nights in play if you're traveling to, say, Asia or somewhere where you can get cheap nights, then this might be the way to do it. As with most status matches, what's it called? Point stays won't count, but these have to be cash stays. So that which is why either Midwest US uh, or maybe somewhere in the middle of nowhere, Canada, if there's a Hilton property, you might be able to find some decent cash rates to make this work for you. But if I had to make use of this one, I'll apply for the registration. I mean, I'll register for this, apply for my status match. And in the next 90 days, in the next 3 months, if I'm able to find 12 nights, I think diamond status is worth running with Hilton. Of course, if you have the Aspire card from the US, you don't have to worry about it because you already have diamond status with Hilton through that card. But for Canadians that don't have easy access to Hilton status, this can be super lucrative. And this is not something that you have to pay for. It's a status match promotion directly by Hilton as opposed to the company status match, which charges you a little bit of money to get your application through. So yeah, nothing to lose. And if you plan it strategically, this is a good way of getting your Hilton diamond status. And of course, don't forget that gold may not be as lucrative, especially for platinum card members here, or the sleuth of US Hilton cards that give you gold status as, I mean, as de facto. So if you are a platinum card holder here in Canada, your platinum card already gives you gold status. You can just activate that and use it. You don't have to do any of these status matches. But the key here is to get that status match to gold and then finish those 12 stays so that you're able to sort of unlock that diamond status for 2 years and a couple of months, or at least 2 full years, because if it, the next 90 days will bring you to March anyways, to complete that challenge, and then you get to keep that for 2 full years. Because one piece to remind everybody as we talk about these continuously, regularly rather, during the year, is a lot of these status matches tend to be once in a lifetime language is in the terms and conditions. So you don't want to frivolously do it if you're not going to really make use of it. So make sure that you understand that this might be a once in a lifetime kind of thing for your account or for that account that you're using to do it. So yeah, use it wisely once you've assess the need to have status for your own travels, and then of course assess your math for having these 12 nights to get diamond or keeping gold for 2 more years by doing 6 nights cash day. Okay, what else? What else can we talk about? Turn of the year. What else happened in our world of points? Aeroplan dashboard updated for everybody. Is everybody able to access their rolled over Aeroplan status benefits? There's a couple of cool things happening on the Aeroplan. Nicholas is confirming yes. I noticed in December that searching on your mobile app now, award searches on mobile app are now showing up to a full week calendar. Hallelujah. How many years? 3 years of talking to the executive on this platform and asking them for at least a 1 week calendar, if not a full year calendar. The 1 week calendar is finally here. Woohoo! Clap, clap. 2026 is the best Aeroplan year that very few people, I was going to say said no one, but I'm sure there are people that still like Aeroplan and will give their business to Aeroplan as I would, because I'm still a big fan of that program, of that ecosystem. So yeah, I'm Marriott. Marriott. Aeroplan dashboard has updated on my dashboard updated on January 5th. I think a lot of people are freaking out because it said January 4th and things weren't coming through. But eventually, at some point on Jan 5th, I saw that the dashboard was updated. It looks pretty slick as well now, and is nifty because it's showing you the 1 week calendar. And also, when I remember when you put in a date, it asked you if the calendar should search plus or minus 3 days and find you the cheapest rate if you had flexibility, which is again a welcome change. Yeah, and Alex said, how about the WestJet video making the round on social media on the new economy seat? That really looks horrendous because that I think what looks like mom, dad, and daughter, I suppose. Mom and dad basically have their bodies are inside or underneath the seat in front of them, there's just not enough leg room there or any room there. And these are the new sort of new seats, new layouts that WestJet was hoping to try out with the new fitting, with the new layout of their cabins, economy cabins. So it's on the last 5 rows, I think, uh, row 26 onwards or whatever, the last few rows. And they were going to be compressed. By doing that layout, WestJet did get one additional row in economy, so that was added revenue by shrinking the space for that last 5 rows. And unfortunately, that video is of the last 5 rows. The good news, I mean, good news, if you want to call it that, the silver lining in all of this is WestJet has paused that program of bringing that cabin layout to more of their aircraft. So few of these aircraft already have that. So if you're traveling WestJet quite a lot, then you might encounter it. But if you sort of don't travel them as much and do your best, at least if you're in this points community, I hope you're not going to be the one sitting in the last 5 rows, and you have at least other avenues like keeping the keeping a credit card or spending a little bit of money to not be in the last 5 rows. So no, if you don't want to risk the aircraft, at least do your best to not be in the last 5 rows is going to be my only comment. But yes, that viral video is just all kinds of horrendous. Yes, back next Thursday, 15th. Good night. Thank you, Arun. Thank you, Heather. Take care, everybody. Cheers.